What's going on, people? Hope everyone is having a good Saturday thus far. As some of you know, I dropped a new video yesterday. The song, however, is not new, and I've gotten an overwhelming positive response to it. And one of the main responses I've got to it is it seems as though people are reacting to it as if it's a brand new song. And the song's been out for some time. It was on the Family First album that I dropped almost 2 years ago. But it wasn't 2 years, was it? A year and a half, something like that. I lose track. I'm telling you. After 2020, man, time has like lost its shape a bit. But I wanted to talk a little bit about it and cover some of the details of the song. There's some really fascinating facts about the song. I should have brought my little Hot Wheels car down here. I got a little Hot Wheels Firebird that I've kept on my speedometer. I lost my older brother in 2007, and I got some of his things, and he collected Hot Wheels cars and stuff like that. And not only was Smokey and the Bandit a very influential movie of my childhood, Dirt Reynolds was the coolest man in the world, if you ask me. And I'm gonna get to some of these questions in a minute, but I'm gonna cover some things. But I've kept that Firebird in whatever I was driving on the speedometer for years, and the song came out a couple of years ago, and it really, I didn't even think about it, but the song doesn't mention Smokey and the Bandit. It doesn't mention Burt Reynolds or even Dirt Reynolds. It was just kind of an intense rock aggressive song. And I remember when I got the first mix back from Jared Shulo, who co-produced it and mixed and mastered it. I was trying to come up with a title for it because I was just stream of consciousness. I wasn't trying to be too specific or too, detailed on anything. It was just a song, it was an energy. But I remember that car, that was the Trans Am that was sitting on my speedometer, and I was looking at it and I was like, And that's how I came up with the name of the song, Dirt Reynolds. And that's also, that little Hot Wheels car is what gave me the concept for the video as well. And so, yeah, that's a pretty interesting story. Something else very interesting is the song is produced by Nick Raskolinix. And he's kind of a behind-the-curtains guy. You may not know who he is. He's not some famous influencer. But he is a true rock producer that has produced some of the biggest songs in the world. He produced Foo Fighters' biggest songs. There Goes My Hero. He produced that. It's the best of you. Is someone giving? I mean, Prince played that song at the Super Bowl halftime party. He produced that song. He's also did a lot of work with Alice in Chains and I mean, the list goes on. I mean, he's one of those dudes. And this was the first time I worked with him. So that's one of the reasons it took so long to do the video, because I didn't just want to throw something together. And it took a while to line everything up, with some of the things that took place, like the police chase, the car, stuff like that. Things had to be right. I wanted to do it justice, and working with somebody like, I've worked with Jared Shulo a long time. He's probably produced 70% of my songs, everything from Feeling Good and, co-producing Muddy Muddy all the way up to Campfire Cologne and, to Dirt Reynolds. And I got a list over here. You see all those songs right there? He's produced 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 21 songs right there. He produced like 16 of them. So Jared Shulo's been the main guy that has worked with me, and he's who introduced me to Nick. And I got some more stuff with Nick working, but I wanted to make sure that I completed the mission on Dirt Reynolds before I got into the other ones, and I will. But his sound is so heavy and thick and like strong that I'm definitely going to experiment with that path in the future. So now I'm gonna get to some of these. I appreciate everybody too. Like, there's been a lot of thumbs up and comments, and I want y'all to know. I see people asking for that all the time, and I know it gets old. I don't sit on here all the time and explain to y'all some of the things that goes on some of these platforms, but it really is a true story. A lot of my subscribers just mysteriously vanish. People have subscribed to me 5 and 6 times, and they still don't get notifications when I drop a video. And that's just because I don't want to say it's some grand conspiracy, because it's not like I'm, Kid Rock. I'm not like the biggest name in the world. I don't have that kind of attention to me. Even in my genre, there's influencers much larger than me, like Upchurch and Adam Calhoun and so on. But so I don't know that it's all politically driven, but a lot of the stuff is artificial intelligence systems the algorithms decide this. And the only way to really overcome that is if y'all leave a comment, good or bad. You know what? It doesn't hurt my feelings because I've got like 800 comments, and I've been trying to personally, I don't have anybody looking at these comments and answering them. It is me answering the comment. It's not some intern or my nephew or my little girl, nothing like that. I wish somebody could do that, but I don't have that. I do it. I'm the one answering the comment, okay? So out of all the comments, I've gotten a couple, maybe 2 neutral ones that are really just complimenting the car. And I've had 2 people that said they weren't feeling it. So out of 700, 695 of them, and I've looked at every comment so far. I've spent hours. 695 of them have been positive. So I say that's a really good average. Of course, every song I make, I'm just being real with y'all. I mean, every song I make can't be for everybody. You know what I mean? It's just got to be whatever it was in the moment, and that's how it comes out. And some of y'all are going to feel it, and some of you are not. And so I appreciate y'all being honest, even if you say, hey, man, I love you, I support you, but this one ain't for me. That don't bother me at all. Just know that it does help me moving forward. And I do assure you, if this one is not the one that hits the spot for you, that some of my other ones will. I will have some that do, Okay, so a lot of these are just positive. I don't see a lot of questions. Thank you. Thank all y'all, man. Y'all are thanking me for my music. I mean, thank y'all for listening to it. I mean, I got the studio down here in my basement. My kids are upstairs, playing video games. My wife's chilling. When you get with ACAL again, me and Adam are great friends. I talk to him all the time. And I'm sure there'll be something. I mean, he stays super busy. He's married and has, children. I'm married and have children. We're all super, super busy keeping things moving. But I'm sure that we'll get it. I just found you, and I really love your music. Straw Hat always gets me in a good mood. Arkansas Labs, thank you so much. Straw Hat was absolutely a positive vibe, and that's been a really good song for me. That's brought a lot of people into the family. What keeps you motivated? Do you write for other artists? What keeps me motivated? I have no idea. It's changed over time, my motivation. Maybe as a young boy getting into it, it was just in me to do. I felt like that I'm not going to bore you with showing you everything because some of it is ridiculous. But I mean, even when I was a small kid, I would get my mom to bring me those paper plates, those pack of paper plates. And the reason I wanted them, because in my mind, that's how I could keep up with my drawings. So I would draw, and then I would keep stacks of paper plates that just stack up, and then my dad was a brick mason, and so there's a creative aspect to that, especially laying stone, because there's no set out pattern to that. I've designed entryways for people's driveways with gates and stuff. I've always been a creative person. And it's caused me some hurdles for sure, because it keeps me from being able to look at things just straight on in a literal sense. I'm always thinking of, what needs to be different, But what keeps me motivated, I guess, just the urge to create something that is great, to create something that's not here already and give people something to smile or reflect or relate to comfort them, to relate to them. Because I've made sad songs, and I try to stay away from sad songs, but it's really hard sometimes when you're thinking about something, or when you're in a bad spot. And I get in bad spots sometimes, and I try not to let it bring me down. And writing songs like "Scared to Sleep," that was about nightmares. I had a bout with nightmares when I wrote that song, and it helped me a lot. And I hadn't had a nightmare, and I don't remember the last time I had a nightmare. But and have I written for other artists? Yes, I've written for other artists. I'm not going to say a bunch of names, but yeah, I've written on other people's stuff for sure, and other people have written on my stuff. Big Dan, Demon, I want to thank you for your music. It has helped me a lot. Big Dan, I appreciate you, man. I want you to know sometimes I do get overwhelmed with all the things that have to be done. That and I'm looking at my touring schedule, and it's just like this mountain. Like I love the show. I love to hug y'all's neck and tell you thank you. I do not like leaving my home for extended periods of time, but I understand that that is a part of the job and a part of the purpose that I have. But thank you, man, and thank y'all for supporting me. But when I'm having a rough time like that, man, it seems like I'll get a comment or somebody say, and I'm not saying this is a comment I'm getting. Man, your music saved my life, and I'm like, I can't wrap my head around that. Wow. But I've gotten multiple serious comments like that, or man, I'm having a rough time, man, and feeling good came on, and it just changed my whole frequency, and I'm like, that things like that remind me of my purpose, and I have no idea why I'm a songwriter. It was just in me to do, and I just felt like I was following up. I mean, even when I was laying bricks with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, it's like I always felt like, there's so many of these bricks that I have to lay. There's so many of these bricks I have to lay. So I'm gonna lay them right. I'm gonna lay them quick. I'm gonna lay them to the line. I'm gonna clean them up and make them pretty, because I know that at one point that this is not what I'm gonna be doing. And I didn't. A lot of times I had no idea. I live in Gray, Georgia, man. I mean, there, there ain't no. This ain't Nashville, bro. I don't live close to nobody in the game. Well, the Otis Redding Ranch is up there, but that doesn't do anything for my music career. That gives me a sense of pride in Jones County's roots. But yeah, man, I just kept going, and y'all keep me going too. I really do appreciate y'all keep me going in the music. In some kind of way, I've been able to finagle myself into a reasonable balance. Where my kid, I'm not an absent father. Or husband. I'm involved. I'm around a lot. It seems like I'm around a lot, and then I'm like ghost for a month or two. But when I'm home, that's why I don't get mixed up in too much stuff outside of music, because the music, when it takes me all the way. And then when I'm home, I try to be home all the way. And yeah, it's a hell of a thing. It's a balancing act. I just found you. Really love your music. Okay, I saw that one. Are you coaching the girls softball team this year? No, I will not be able to do it this year. Last year I took off the entire quarter, like 3 whole months out of the year to do it, because I planned ahead to do it, but I can't. I'm not the opportunities that are facing me. I can't, because there's only so long you do this. You know what I mean? There's only a certain portion of your life that are your productive years. And if I want to give my wife and my children the future that I want for us, the only way to do that is to sacrifice sometimes. And so I won't be able to coach. I will be home some during the season. And while I'm home, if there's anything they need, or if I can be there, I will be there to give of my time and my effort or whatever. I literally just drove through Jones County. Lucky you. I'm getting old too, bro. Hey, we're all getting old at the same rate. A lot of compliments. Thank y'all, man. Thank you. Are you featured with ACAL on New Country Album? No, I'm not. I'm not on the country album, which is totally cool. I was involved in an indirect way, but like I said, mine and Adam's relationship is not based on music. I mean, he makes music and I make music, but we're friends on a personal human level. You know what I mean? So sometimes it works and I can be there, or he wants me on something, or I need, or vice versa. But nah, I'm not on the country album, which is totally cool. And I also want to say this too, because I see, comments all the time. To me, for me, my perspective, music is a part of my creative output. I am not trying to run faster than anybody. I'm not trying to beat anyone. I'm not judging how successful I am based on how many views my video gets compared to one of my friends that in music video. None of that has anything to do with what or why I'm doing anything. I'm not trying to outdo anyone. I'm trying to create things that impact people's lives for the better and that reflect God's light through me. I'm not trying to get sidetracked with ego. I'm not trying to get sidetracked with anything negative. I wish all of my brothers, even the people I don't know, there is plenty of abundance in this world, in this life for everyone. And if someone told you different, they lie to you. They lie to you. When something good happens for someone else, that does not equate to something bad happening for me. I celebrate when I see Upchurch's album sit at #1 for a week. I clap. That does not bother me. I am happy. I want him to do amazing. When I see Adam or Tom McDonald or Jelly Roll or Struggle or Taylor Swift, or really, I mean, even people I disagree with on a lot of things in life, some of these superstars, when I see them do amazing things, like I'm, I'm not like, oh, hell with them. Like, no, man, not me. I'm not. And if someone else does that, that's that's their prerogative. But I'm my own man, my own human, and I have to walk around and be who I am. I'm not going to be motivated or deterred based on someone else's beliefs or anything like that. So I think everybody that creates music can create great music and do great things and be successful. Have you found a spot in Georgia to do a show besides the Cherry Blossom Festival? Unfortunately, that's the only time I won't be in Georgia this year. Yes, sir, I have, and there'll be more news on that later. Thank you. All your music is awesome. Thank you, Maria. Is the Trans Am yours? No, it is not. I'm not going to say whose it is. It's a gentleman who I've been talk. I met several. I know several people that have these cars. You know, there's several of them out there. A good bit of them. It's a popular model, a popular design, and it took me, I mean, over a year since I wanted to do the video a certain way to get the video. So, but no, I did have opportunity to buy it, but that's a toy. I mean, we're remodeling stuff and doing a bunch of stuff, and I got to go on tour and lease buses and all this stuff. It's just not at the top of my list to have, a $40,000-$50,000 toy sitting around that I don't really get to use. So I just, rented it from the guy. Hey, Demun, when will you be coming to California again? We'd love to see you perform again. Southern Cali, that is. Okay. So I was planning to come to California this year. I would have been there in April. The reason that I'm not, I want to clarify this. It's not because I don't want to go to California, though there are places in California that I am not going. I'm not going. So we had the tour situated that went all through California. Chico, Sac, Fresno, San Diego. I think there might have been one more. But anyway, right when we were about to announce it, it was not announced. I had not announced that I was going to California. Apparently, one or two of the shows announced that I was coming before the announced date. Well, I had the opportunity to join Brantley Gilbert on tour at an arena tour where it's 4,000 and 6,000 people a night. So that we called an audible and said, no, we're going to do this tour, which pushed everything back later. And there's this huge festival back east that I have to do by a certain date in May. So the only way to make that possible and make it back across in time was to miss California altogether. And though it saddened me because California, the people there that support me are very important to me and have been for a long time, I want you to know that I'm already working on getting out there, and I'm sorry that it has taken me this long because after COVID, I just assured my people that I was going to be, back at it, and I've only been able to make it back out there one good time since then, and I'm sorry about that. Are you working on any new projects with Upchurch? No, not at the current time. Upchurch stays hella busy, and I'm connected with B as well, his manager. B shot a lot of my videos early on, and so I mean, no, that's not too far fetched for sure. I mean, because there's a mutual respect and a brotherhood there, and I celebrate his successes. I'm sure he celebrates mine, and I know B does. And they're playing a big show in Nashville tonight, and I hope it's hella successful. But anytime that lines up and the opportunity is there, I would love to do it because I've created a whole. I mean, how many people have made whole albums with Upchurch? I don't. I mean, I know Adam has, and I know I have. And I think, he's made a bunch of albums with people on it, but me and him made a whole album together. So, I mean, he shared his creative creative space and his fans and all that with me at a time that was really impactful for my career. So it's like a lot of people are trying to get, Upchurch to do stuff, but Upchurch has got plenty to do without me asking him to do stuff. So I would love to work with him again, and anytime he needs me, he knows that I would be there. But if he never did nothing else with me, I still think I would rank toward the top of the list of how much stuff I've done with people that have worked with Upchurch. I mean, I got 13 or 14 songs with him, and that's a lot. That's a lot. And he's a monster in the studio, by the way. Make that baseball song from when you was a kid. That's a good idea. I try to incorporate that ball. I incorporate that a good bit in my, whether it's the Raised Right video with me hitting the ball at the end of it and practicing with my kids, or Live a Little when they're pitching and I'm going to work and not able to go out there and play with them, or the beginning of Straw Hat. It's a big, even in Dreams of Mine, like that was a big part of my upbringing, and it's a part of theirs. They're super into it sometimes and not other times. They're kids, but baseball was a big part of my life. That's what I wanted to be for a while. I wanted to be a baseball player, and I was kind of a knucklehead in high school, so I got kicked off the team in high school, and I probably deserved it. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't change anything. Things happen the way they happen for a reason. But yeah, man, baseball is in my blood for sure, and I love the Atlanta Braves. When is the next JC Day you missed last year? I'm not sure, Emmett. I'm not sure. I will do it as soon as I can. As soon as it works out where I can put it on the way I want to, I will. How did you come up with your name? Interesting question. Good one. Because I didn't come up with my name. Someone else came up with my name. I came up with the way I spelt it. Someone started calling me that because I was an aggressive, not mean, but intense and energetic young person. I'm energetic now, and actually, if you look it up, a lot of people don't, but if you do, if you look it up, you'll see that one of the definitions for demon, the word demon, is not all devilish and hell. One of the definitions is someone with an extreme energy, intensity, and who is very good at something. So when he kept, my buddy Eric Brown kept calling me that, and shout outs to Eric Brown. He really helped me get started early on when I was a teenager. He would call me that. And so the reason I name it that way is because the E and the U line up with the, if you were to put Jesus over it, JESUSDEMUN. I did that because I wanted it to be in Jesus' name, and I wanted, and I didn't tell everybody that. I did that so because I know that God knows what's in my heart, and I wanted to make sure that, hey, I'm gonna roll with this, but I want you to know that it's not, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like making it okay, with God, that I was going to go by Demon. And then by the time I thought maybe this ain't a good idea to go by this, it was already too late. Too many people knew who Demon Jones was, and I couldn't really change it. That would have been very detrimental. My name's David Jones, by the way. Matthew David Jones is what my mother and father named me. What do you do to relax? I haven't relaxed in a while. When I get back to it, I'll let you know. Will you ever record people? Maybe so. I mean, I'm not real passionate about that. I have, Brandon Hart is assigned to me, but he's like a studio cat. Like he doesn't need me to record him. He records himself. But I do work with other people, especially when I'm collaborating with them. But I don't. And I have co-produced on some stuff and just kind of been in the room and like give suggestions, which is kind of producing, controlling the process. But I mean, that ain't what I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? I'm a creator and a performer, and I can't take the time to do all that. Like, and a lot of people come, they think like, since you're an artist and you're doing it, and they're an artist and they want to do it, that you can make it to where they can do it. And it's really a lot more to it than that. I was performing when no one was looking. I was performing when there was no social media. I was staying up all night writing songs and songs that sucked and sucked worse and sucked until they didn't suck. And then I was sitting around strumming a guitar until it sounded like something, and then I would go get in front of people and strum my guitar and perform. And like a lot of people are trying to skip that because with the internet you can post something cool and get popular. And it's just I'm not really down with all that. I'm going to remain the way I am. I'm not going to lip sync. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm just old school, man, and I'm kind of focused on doing what I'm doing. And there's not a lot of tread left on the tire to stop doing it and go make sure someone else is doing it. Are you trying to do JC Day this year? I have not decided on that. I have some opportunities that might overlap that, so I can't comment on that. Your music saves my sanity a lot, from Shawnee. Wow, that's that's just me playing my center field position. Wow, wow, man, I just lost my leg. Everything is falling apart. But you're one of the people that's always there. That's heavy. That's heavy. Emerald Rider, you and Broadnecks are killing it, in my opinion. Really feel the authenticity in both your music. Thank you so much. Broadnecks, what would I call him? Brother John. Yeah, Brother John. He's a great guy, hard worker from Louisiana, and he's a very talented musician. He's super intense and super authentic. I love him a lot. He's a good dude. Salute from Rochester, New York. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Super co-mix. Unknown user. That's a good thank you. Thank you. Birmingham, Alabama in the house. When do you find time to write? Anywhere I can find it in the crack of the door. Like um, those songs on that list back there, for the most part, were written right in this room. After my kids go to sleep and it's dark and quiet, I'll come down here, which is sometimes good, but a lot of times it gets old. Sitting in the room by yourself. It's a taxing process. Because you're thinking, your mind is just going through experiences and memories to find where's the gem at for this. And so no, I mean I write going down the road. The coolest things that have come to me when I wasn't writing. I was just living. Someone says something to me that makes me think something. I'm like, ooh, and it's almost like finding an arrowhead when you find that line. Seeing you coming to North Carolina in July with Adam Calhoun. Yeah, we're playing the Black Mountain festival. We play on the Saturday. I think it's July 6th. Who's going to be with you in Colorado? Dusty Lee and Brandon Hart. Will Georgia ever legalize? Well, I'm assuming you're talking about legalizing marijuana. I don't smoke. I don't smoke anything. But in America, if America is free, I think there's bigger fish to fry than worry about who's smoking weed. I think that they're definitely going to legalize it in federally and in all 50 states. I thought it would have already happened by now, but it's definitely coming. And you know what? I don't think people should be smoking it at the high school baseball game and on the sidewalk and giving it to kids for sure. It should be regulated. And I mean, I don't believe in a whole lot of regulations, but when it comes to things like that, you know, you don't want 12-year-old kids going to the gas station to buy a box of blunts that are already full of weed. I mean, I ain't for that, but I am for a grown man that wants to drink a beer and smoke a joint and, you know, maybe go serve the country and get his butt blown off and come back with out a leg or dead, but he can't, and I don't, he can't smoke a plant. No, I can't, I'm not down with that. I'm down for, I'm kind of a libertarian, really. You know, it seems like everyone is like super far this way or that way, but what it is one side has seemed to just run one way. So we all become political for having what I believe to be common sense. I never thought of myself as some political figure, and that topic, I hope it doesn't make me a political figure. I believe in individual responsibility, individual freedom, small government, stay out of my yard. If I need the police, I'll call the police. I believe in fathers in the home. Wherever the fathers are in the home, the police don't have to be at as much. And that's a fact. And you can look it up. I have. I believe in you do you and I'll do me. As long as I'm not harming you and you're not harming me, live and let live. Let's go. Okay, I'm just looking for which song you dislike and like. You know what? Creating music has really changed my perspective on music. You know, doing it as a profession. You know, for a long time when I was just trying to, you know, in my mind, I was already an artist and trying to find my way. I listened to so much music, so much different music nonstop, man. I mean, so much different kinds of music from Black Sabbath to Ice Cube. I mean, and everything in between to Hank Sr. and Roy Orbison and Steppenwolf and all kinds of everything. Motown, breakdance music, Miami bass music, electronic European music, everything. I dislike music that creates negativity. And but see, music that creates negativity in some inspires others. So it's like I don't. I mean that is I don't really dislike or like. There's songs that I've created that I'm truly. I mean, I'm proud of all of them, but some of them stick out. But and usually it's not the ones that the fans would agree with. I really like my song regardless. That didn't do that well. I like this song Dirt Reynolds. You know, Dirt Reynolds has been out a couple of years, and I haven't ever got a request at a show. Hey man, will you please play Dirt Reynolds? But now I'm going to start playing it, and you know, I dropped the video. So it's a different thing. You know, now I don't ride around listening to all that music like I used to. I'm always thinking about what is the next Demun Jones song? What is it? Because I'm one of the people putting the music in the world for the people to be inspired by. So I try not to be influenced so much by what other artists are saying and doing. And possibly that's a mistake. You know what I mean? Because I'm not up. I mean, I know what's going on, but I'm not like all tied into to what's going on this week in music. So I can like alter what I'm going to do to sound like that. I don't do that. You know, and at some point maybe maybe that won't work. I don't know, but I don't know how to do it any other way. Hey, I want to make sure this too, like on because there's some new people on here. Make sure y'all are subscribed to my channel because a lot of my subscribers do pop off and disappear, and a lot of people that subscribe are not getting notifications for my videos when I drop a video. And so with Dirt Reynolds just being out, it'd be a great time to go ahead and subscribe. I got several other videos. I got a song called Lifeline that I'm almost done with that video. I got a song called Barbecue, a new one that's going to be ridiculous. And Real Good Life. I got one called Lies. It's kind of political. It's kind of lies, lies, sweet little lies. They send in the troops, but it's a disguise. They move in the clouds around in disguise. It's lies. Lies, lies, lies. So many believe the fear that lives. Repeat on TV. Stick to the script and say it's for peace. Cook up a meal, defeat the beast. Promise the most and deliver the least. Unless it's for war with so-called enemies. More for the school that can't how to read. Lots about guns so they learn to bleed. God forbid that you clean up the street. Teach them a skill so they learn to eat. So, I got a couple of those in there. But, yeah, moving on. Anyway, I got sidetracked. You should do a show at the Georgia National Fair. Yeah, I should, but the only way that happens is if the Georgia National Fair contacts the people that do that for me and say, we want Demun Jones to play the Georgia National Fair. Very big possibility. I have played it before with a band called Rehab. Your music tells so many stories. Any Canadian dates coming? Not as of now. It'd be really cool if y'all got rid of the, the potato, the eggplant potato. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. But no, make sure y'all are subscribed, thumbs up, Dirt Reynolds, leave a comment. That really helps to keep it going. I'm going to be talking about it for a few days. I got some Dirt Reynolds merch. This is a new live feature on YouTube that I wanted to try, and I wanted to keep y'all updated with what's going on. But the vertical thing is totally new, and it looks like it's working fine, which is a good thing. That will enable me, because I don't like doing it the other way. It looks. I don't like going live like that. That should be reserved for videos and podcasts or whatever. But everybody's used to seeing the whole thing like this on TikTok stories, whatever. But make sure y'all are subscribed and thumbs it up and get your notifications and all that, because I have a lot of music. I mean, look at that list right there. I mean, those are songs that are done, and I'm working on more. I'm not happy yet. I mean, there's some good ones on there, but I'm not done. I'm not done. There's a lot on here, y'all. I'm trying to get that. Hey, we will be at the Forge in Joliet. Jessica, thank you so much. I will be there as well. It's going to be off the chain. Oh, I know something I was going to say. Can I post in the comments here? How do I do that? Will it let me do that? No, it won't. Okay. Oh, wait, it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. I got a lot of compliments on the Dirt Reynolds logo, the Firebird Demon logo. Me and my wife, me and my wife created my logo, and originally, and we created that one too. Of course, we use the Trans Am bird as an inspiration, but it's not the exact same. Like we made that too, and we do have some merchandise up on demunjones.com/shop with that on it. It's not here yet, but I went ahead and put it up. I mean, it's going to ship out like next weekend. Hi, are you a Christian? Yes, I believe in Jesus Christ. Ever go to the North Georgia mountains? Yes, I do, but as busy as I am, I'm usually just going up through them or down back through them to go home. Can you shout me out? Love your streams. Gaming Kid. This is my shout out. Thank you for bumping Jones. He calls you a preacher and stay down too. First time I ever met Demun, he gave me somewhere to sleep in, the gentleman and the gangster. How the fuck they gonna be this? Dixie Crystal. I was born in Bibb County. I was born at Coliseum Hospital. I'll see you at Cherry Blossom. Bring the whole family. If you pay to get in the festival, I don't know, it's $5 or $10 maybe. The show is just included with it. I'm playing on the opening Friday, so it's a big deal. I got to do a lot of radio and press this week. I hope that it matters. I hope that everybody shows up. I want to give them, they put me on a Monday night last week and it was 40 degrees at night. It was very challenging to do the show. So this time it's going to be a little more at ease. I don't think it's going to be 40 degrees when I go on stage. And I know there's going to be a lot more people there. My kids want their straw hat signed at the Forge in Joliet on the 24th. No problem. Can you say my name? Abrish Khalid. Bro, from the Funny Tech. Bro, my hat's off to you for replying to your comments on here. So many artists do not have the time of day, it seems like. Okay. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to, make a blanket statement like that because I'm sure some people do have legit reasons but I'm like super grateful. I'm super grateful. No matter how busy I get, or if there's one night I don't come out and sign autographs, like that doesn't happen too much, and really the reason it doesn't happen, because here's the deal. If there was like thousands of people at every one of my shows, I couldn't come out to the table and stand there and shake everybody's hand, take a picture and talk because my throat would not work the next night or the 5 nights in a, like I'm about to do 30 or 40 something shows in 40 something days. Like, and it's hard to see that perspective and people just want what they want. But I always want to tell people thank you. And I don't have some big company standing behind me. Me and my dad built this room. You know what I mean? Like, and laid the block on this house and drove the nails. Like, I don't have an army. Like, this is the army right here. You're seeing it. This is it. So and y'all are. You know what I mean? So I need y'all to know that I'm grateful, and this is how I do that. You know what I mean? I owe it to you. You took time out of your life to absorb what I was creating. You took it into your life, and so I need to put this. You know what I mean? I mean, I owe you. I owe you the time when I have it. You know what I mean? Demon, I have to know what you use to keep your beard looking so great as a part of a Beard Nation just looking for tips. Okay, really, man? I have a really nice barber, by the way. And every time I go, he never really cuts it off. He just trims the very tips of it if it's getting wiry, and my beard to get much longer, but like I have stuff to do, I mean, I want to be able to look presentable when I have a school function or something with my kids. And I'm not trying to go straight Duck Dynasty, but there's a beard shampoo and conditioner. I think it's called Viking. That's what I'm using right now. I've used several things, but I still get like dry skin under it. You know what I mean? And I got some cream, some balm that somebody gave me. I've used several of those. I've gone through different ones, but really, man, I would wash and condition it with shampoo that's made specifically for beard, because this hair and this hair, I've learned, are not the same. They are totally different, and you're not supposed to put the same thing in. But I mean, you can, but it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. And I brush it, multiple times a day. You know what I mean? I don't brush this hair ever. I brush my hair like this. That's my hairbrush. Well, you know what, man? I got all these super chats, I think. Like, let me see. Let me see what they are. Hey, brother, I'm pretty sure you've seen me commenting here and there. Been a fan for years, but I really started hearing your lyrics after losing my wife of 25 years in February of 2021. We need more guys like yourself. God bless. Jangles, thank you, brother. You didn't, I mean, I didn't even know people could send you money on here, and you sent me $20. And man, I'm so sorry for your loss. My wife is my dream girl, and I just cannot imagine. She's been my girl for September will be 21 years that she has been my girl, and we've been married for 15 years. So I can only imagine. Uh, God bless you and thank you. And if my music does anything to impact you in your life, in good or bad times, I'm super grateful for that. It reinforces me, and it helps me to know that I'm serving my purpose when I play my role, and then people tell me that it had an impact on their life. And the only way I would know that is if you told me. So I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And I hope I see you at a show, man. I hope you're able to make it out and come see me and give me a hug. Caroline Gallion, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Mark Owens, thank you, man. That's really kind of y'all. Okay, now what am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Oh man, you're going. Are you coming to Arkansas? Yeah, I'm coming to Arkansas. You didn't know that? Saturday, April the 6th, I'll be live at AC's Bar and Grill in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Tickets are available now. Saturday, April the 6th, AC's Bar and Grill, Mountain Home, Arkansas. Arkansas Labs. Come see me. Can you make it rain with a brush? Oh yeah, man. Like I get dandruff, and a lot of times, sometimes it's skin, because I get in cold water. It hadn't been that cold lately, so I kind of stopped getting in the pool. If the water's not like cold, I don't get in it too much. But and I always, when I'm in the shower, I'll get as cold as it would go, and then I'll get hot. But the hot water will really dry your skin up a lot. But yeah, man, I do that a lot. And then sometimes the balm and the stuff you put in it, and I don't put a lot in it. I just put about a dime piece in my hand and rub it in there, and then I brush it out, and that's about it. But even the buildup of that stuff over time, I think it sinks back into your skin and it creates that. So if you're not putting some stuff in it and really like taking care of it, you're gonna have dandruff all over your shirt. When I wear a black shirt, I look like the bottom of the cushion in the couch. You know what I mean? It looks bad. And so I've been on here a while, man. I feel like this might be a little. This is your boy Matt C from way back, bro. Keep killing it. Matt Cooling in the house. What's up, brother? That's my dude. Demon, how old are you? Just curious. Guess. I'm totally not ashamed of it. I wonder what you think, Pam Barnes. 42, Jessica Lima. 44, 44, 36. I want to see this. 54? Alex 5000, you're blocked, bro. 38, 45, 41, 46. Mid to late 39s, 40, 38, 51. I'm 87 years old. Don't I look hot for 87? Hope you're going to torture us kids. Bitch, please. Hot 87. Hot 87.9. No, I'm 47 years old. 9/28/76. September 28, 76 is my birthday. Yeah, I'm 69. Exactly. Old enough to know better and still too young to care. And yeah, I'm 47. I've been 47 for like months. But that's God. When I say that, it's just like crazy. It seems like I was just 30. But Muddy Muddy didn't come out. I mean, I was 38 years old when Muddy Muddy came out. I didn't really get started on the path of doing things like an adult, like a civilized human being until I was almost 27. I mean, I'd already made a lot of music, but no one knew who I was. I'd never made a penny at music. Um, I was 20. I was, how old was I? I'm trying to think the first time I ever made $1,000 or more off of music. I was in my late 20s, you know. I was in my late 20s. And I had tried before that, um, but I didn't, I wasn't living in a way that breeds success, that attracts success. Um, I wasn't like an evil person, but I was a kind of a self-destructive young person from maybe the end of high school to my mid 20s until I was about 26. And then there's some things happened. And I started living like I was accountable. I started living like I was accountable, you know. And I want to live in a way that tells God, you know, God, thank you for my life and for my opportunities and my blessings and my health and my family. Um, and like I don't think, I mean, we pray and all that, but also I don't think that God always speaks in English. I think God speaks, and I think God understands uh, action. So when my actions started to reflect someone that was trying to please, you know, something that was a positive impact on the world and not just total centeredness, my life began to change, and my dream girl came to me. My dream job came to me. Beautiful children came to me. All of you people came to me. All of these songs came to me and 200 more. And I have a home that me and my dad built. And like these, you know, there are things, but the way I arrived at those things was living more in tune with what my purpose is. You know what I mean? For sure. Yes, those young ladies you have will make you turn your life around. Well, actually, and thank God, I turned my life around sometime before I was married or had kids, and thank God. Um, so they don't know that person. My wife doesn't even really know that person. She wouldn't have been attracted to that person. She wouldn't have been attracted. Like I'm not saying she probably thought I was hot, but she wasn't like drawn. She wouldn't have been drawn to that person as a lifetime partner. No. How long have you been singing? My favorite song, "With Them Boys." Nice. "With Them Boys" that's a great one. I've been trying to figure it out. You know, when I was little, videos. I mean, I'm 47, so it's like I remember Friday night videos where there was no cable. There was six of us. Yes, six, my mom and dad and me, Jessica, Chris, and Randy, and that's before Kay and Lee. We didn't have Kay and Lee until I was 16. So there were six of us in a very small house, and there was no cable, and the videos would only come on Friday night for like an hour or two. And then I remember thinking that like singing and stuff like that was something that people on TV did, you know. And then when I started hearing some hip hop music, it began not necessarily to relate to what they were saying because I'm not from Compton, but like when you hear Michael Jackson sing or Whitney Houston or Ozzy Osbourne, it doesn't come to my mind like, oh, I can do that. I can do that. That's nothing. It's like, whoa, like Elvis, when you see Elvis sing, you're like, whoa, I can't do that, right? But when I heard, what was it? I don't know the specific song. It was a breakdancing movie. It's probably Ice-T. And it wasn't even really good music, but I was like, I can do that. I can do that. And so, what took the longest though, once I was inspired, I was always like dancing as a little kid and dancing to the windshield wipers and dancing in the grocery store to the music they play. I mean, I would not sit still, but to find my voice, because man, I grew up like right over here, and there's literally, here's the house, there's hay fields on two sides, and in the back of it. Now, my house now is in the back of one of them hay fields, and there's the highway and the train tracks on. I grew up surrounded with hay bales and cows and squirrel and deer and rabbits and catching frogs and not wearing shoes, running through the woods, collecting railroad steaks. Like I couldn't wrap. You know, it took a while to take that life and shape it into a way and present it through the music that inspired me to create music. You know, I'm inspired by all music, but living that way, you know, I can't be real and talk about beating up the police, or slapping a girl, or selling drugs, or killing people. Like I ain't never beat up the police. I ain't never killed nobody, and I ain't selling no drugs. You know. Hey, ooh, you know what? Let me see something. This is a classical guitar, but even then, when I was but no, even with the inspiration to make the music, and I got really good at putting words together. Big Daddy Kane was awesome. Is awesome. Eric B. and Rakim, all that. I know about all that. Leaders of the New School, all that. I picked the guitar up. But anyway, when I picked the guitar up and learned some chords, the way I would write, that's when I really started to realize that all music is really the same. The way you understand it is different. But you could give me any Johnny Cash song, any Johnny Cash song. Give me the words to it. Let me pick out a beat to it, and I'll present it to you, and you will think, if you never heard that Johnny Cash song or not, and I can present it to you where it sounds like a rap song, but all it is rhythm and rhyme and a background canvas for it to sit on. Now, whether you like acoustic music or orchestra, whatever, songwriting and singing and rapping and all that stuff, it's all just like different food on the plate, right? It's all food, and it all nourishes you in a way, but it's all the same. And then when I started playing the guitar a little bit, that's how I would write the songs. Where before I would have to go buy the instrumentals at the store, whether it was a CD or whatever, and that's how I would write the songs. But then when I started strumming the guitar, I could sit down anywhere with the guitar by myself. I didn't have to be in the car. I didn't have to be inside. I could be sitting outside. I could be over here, or you know, and I could strum the guitar and slow it down, speed it up. Where when you so that really helped me find my voice when I started strumming a G C A minor F C. You know what I mean? Like when I perfected just three chords, and they tell you three chords, and the truth is all it is. That's music, you know, and yeah. I don't remember why I even started talking about that now, but there it is. But no, that really helped me find my voice, the guitar, and then I was able to incorporate. Like I used to only play the guitar live and perform that way, and that's how I got going and got somewhat of a reputation as a performer. But then as I began to perform more and more, I put the guitar away, and then we have band instruments and tracks running, and I was able to implement that back into it and kind of take it to where it is today. At some point, I do have the urge to bring the guitar back out. You know, I feel like I'm really active on stage. I cannot sit still. I cannot sit still. It's not that I'm trying. I don't rehearse what I'm going to do on stage. Like I rehearse the words, you know, nonstop. But I don't rehearse like, I'm going to step this way, and then I'm going to turn my head, and I'm going to lean back, and I'm going to say, isn't it rednecks? Like, I don't do that. It's just, that's the way it comes out. And but I do believe that there will be a time before I'm done that I may not have the physical ability to go ape shit on stage. So, and I got some really cool songs that are guitar songs that I don't play live, and someday I will. Yes, Ryan kills. I mean, listen, I'm not a guitar player. I can play the guitar and get through it. I'm a strummer and a finger picker. So check it out, y'all. I've already been on here like this is 59 minutes and 30 seconds. That totally blows my mind. That was not my intention to be on here for an hour. It flew by. I appreciate y'all joining me and taking a whole hour out of your Saturday or whether it was 2 minutes or whatever, and giving it to me and sharing it with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm truly humbled by it. You have no idea. Uh, but the fact of the matter is, I have a new video that's out. It's called Dirt Reynolds. I worked really hard on the song. Some very special people helped me create that song and the video. It would mean the world to me. It would mean the world to me. If not only would you thumbs it up and leave a comment, if you would take the video and share it. If you're on TikTok, like whatever, like use it. Just take that song and for the next little bit, use it. Whether you make a TikTok to it, use it as your sound on a story. That is what tells the robots to play Demon Jones louder. And if you love my music, that's what I'm asking you, the people that cared to be here. A lot of times they don't know, I mean, even just being here is helping me, but I'm really trying to take it to another level, and I can't do it without you. The music's going to stay fire. It's going to stay coming, I promise you. And I would appreciate y'all if y'all would help me spread that song out a little bit. And then I'm getting the next one ready already, the next video, the next song. And I got a list of them right there that are coming your way this year. I promise you. And a bunch of more surprises, big tour stuff, like crazy stuff. Crazy stuff is coming, I promise you. But thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you subscribe. I'll go live again in a couple of days. Have a good weekend. Now, this is the fun part. How do you stop it? Oh, I got it. Peace.